Zane and Heath is brought to you by HelloFresh.
If HelloFresh is a winter staple for me before, then it's a must-have this year.
Check out America's #1 meal kit. You're going to get 10 free meals, including free shipping.
When you use code 10unfiltered at hellofresh.com/10unfiltered.
Thank you, HelloFresh.
Baby, we got a show to run. We got a show to run.
And baby, I got the runs, okay? Give me a second.
Are we live? Are we check? 1, 2.
Wow, this
Excuse
looks
me?
so sick.
How are we sounding? It's the same set every fucking
Yeah,
week.
Mariah, what are you doing?
This looks so good.
Mariah takes a picture of this set every day, like it's brand new.
No, she'll take a picture of everything. Like these candles will look really nice. The labels will be perfect. And she'll be like, take a picture. She won't do anything with it, but just to have it.
Look at her.
Isn't that nice though to have someone who's like there taking photos of you? And
You know
stuff?
what's-
Like,
I know.
What's
That's
crazy
good.
is she always is like taking pictures throughout the day, and she lost her keys one day.
Well, it was a video, right? It was a picture.
She just takes pictures. She's like, where did my keys go? And she's going through her pictures through the day, and she could like see them with her. And she, okay, cool. I lost it in this store. We were at the mall. We went back to that store, and she fucking found her keys.
I
Damn.
found them because
That
they
is-
were in. I took a picture in another store. We went to this vintage store, so I took a picture of something in a glass case. In the glass case was the reflection. I had my key
Oh my
on me.
God.
So
How
I saw the key
convenient.
in the reflection. Isn't
It
that
kind of reminds me
crazy?
of Carly and Aaron once posted a vlog, and one of them lost her keys, and they watched the vlog over.
Oh,
and
really?
you see Aaron, or I forgot whose keys it was. You see the keys fall out of their pocket while they were filming, so they were able to go exactly back to the spot and grab those keys. It was like in the parking lot or something.
That's
That-
really cool.
so crazy.
That is some serious investigative
It
stuff.
is.
That's
Yes,
exactly
it
right.
Reminds me of
is.
like you and Matt did some like big investigation
We-
vlog
Big Red.
a long time
We,
ago.
we
right?
are
yeah.
we are
Oh my God.
investigators.
but you know what we got, baby? It's
Coffee
coffee
time,
time,
baby. Oh my, Heath, you've lost it. You've lost your marble.
I did not lose it.
And we lost the lights. And baby, we lost the
Scott, this is where
we
you get
lost
up and
the cable.
dance.
What?
That was my dance move.
You do what you know, you know?
Right. Exactly.
I know
Practice
golf.
what you preach, baby.
Exactly, baby. You're good at it too.
When we went golfing the other day, I was like, you know what? Thank God, I am actually not that old because I'm not enjoying it that much. I
You
really
hated
enjoyed the drinking part of it,
camaraderie.
but like the actual
Yeah.
golfing, every time I hit a ball, it went like completely right angle, like off to the side.
I know.
takes
Well,
some
practice.
nowhere.
you guys are probably wondering who's talking right now. For those of you who don't know Scotty Sire, it's Scotty Sire. He is a cast member of David Dobrik's vlogs. He was
One of the original.
Exactly. He was actually so popular and so big where he actually had his own line of merch with David Dobrik called Not Too Much Scott.
It was too much Scotty.
Too much Scott.
Oh my
It was
God.
called
Not,
popular.
That's how
not
popular it
enough
is.
Scott.
Did you know there's an IMDb page for the cast members of David's vlog squad?
I've seen it.
And I was in 1 year of it,
What?
and everyone else was in like the years afterwards.
Oh
I was
my
in 1 year, and then I was out of the rest of it.
I wonder if they did that to be funny. There's no way
It-
they
Can
really
anybody
thought.
input on IMDb?
I think there's like
Some sort of, like-
suggestions, like
Right,
it's kind of
right,
like
right.
Wikipedia, where like it has to be approved, but I'm not sure.
The IMDb team
That's
probably
funny.
takes they'll take the suggestion, they'll look it up to see if it's true, and then they maybe put it on.
And
like
they
the
can watch one vlog and be like, "Oh yeah, Scott wasn't in this one." So
Yeah.
yeah, it makes sense. He's
'Cause
not in the seasons
the
anymore.
album cover they have for it it's sorry. Oh my God. It's shit. It's like literally it's the picture that I took for my 100th video, us in the back turtlenecks. It's like
Right.
compressed down into like this vertical image where we all
Right.
look just like this, and it has Vlog Squad in the Friends font. It looks really bad, but that's the picture that they
That's a
have.
fan edit.
Yeah, but I'm just surprised that IMDb was just like, we're gonna use this one because this looks.
Terrible.
But Zane and I were accredited for a couple seasons.
yeah, you guys like
hell
everyone
yeah.
was on
2
there for
seasons,
more than
baby.
1 season, but Scott was on for the first season and then he was cut.
Also, you kind of wanted to cut yourself out of the vlog.
I mean, I never really wanted to cut myself out of the vlogs. I did appreciate the ongoing joke. It sold a lot of good merch. Too
Right.
much Scotty. He
But
gets
it-
cut out of the vlogs a lot. So like,
It got to the point where we had to literally start like going, whether we liked it or not. You know what I mean? Like there would be days where like I had nothing to do, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go to David's house because I'm just gonna.
It was
try to-
it was just the hoopla. There was always something.
Yeah.
How did your merch do with David? Because I know the most I've ever sold on merch was from like season 1, and it was a pack of cigarettes that said Heath in Marlboro font, and that was the most I've ever made from merch. I could never do it again, but
Bring
it was like
it back. Bring it
I was
back.
like, holy shit!
I'm surprised people bought because it was like kids like pretty much like back then I feel like it was kids buying the merch.
More people back then bought cheeky merch than they do of unfiltered
Well,
merch.
it's because Cheeky had like a really like good story because
Right,
it was
yeah,
Cheeky.
100%.
She was the maid that was cleaning everybody's house. So like, you know, I would buy Cheeky merch because like
Right.
there's a story
Yeah.
behind it, and like the whole when he surprised her with $10,000, that was so cute, and like
Yeah.
all the money went to her. There was something with it. You're like, but I was broke too.
I could definitely say that like the best merch that I've ever sold, maybe not the best merch, but the most sales I ever got was when I was partnered with David to do a 50-50 deal, obviously.
Dude, David be bringing the whole team up.
I should have taken advantage of that. I never did merch with him. I was saving it to come up with something good, and I never came up with something good, so we just never did it. So I was like, fuck.
But that's the way you are with everything. It's like a little bit picky, you know,
I'm
with your
so-
food, with your merch,
I'm so
with your
picky with
drinks.
merch, and it sucks. I hate it, but what you gonna do?
I'm surprised you're doing the podcast.
I know. There's so much like even after like it's uploaded, I'll watch stuff and I'm just like, fuck, and then I have to like sit there and cringe and watch it, and we're like past the point where like, okay, thank God, but I forget that people are watching this shit.
It's
and
crazy.
People have to hear this, and it's like, fuck.
But we have
What are you gonna do?
Mariah to help us out and make us sound a little bit better.
That's right.
Oh, I wasn't judging your editing.
No, I didn't think that at all.
So
Your
you are
medication
judging her
is
editing.
a-
No,
start
I
now.
wasn't. I was judging myself because I sound like a fucking idiot 99% of the time on
And
this
that's her
fucking show.
making you sound good.
I remember
know.
that
I'm
kidding,
even
I'm
when I was
kidding.
like editing vlogs and stuff, you're like, just cut out all my stutters. Like, don't make me sound stupid. Like, you have to like cut around a lot of this stuff. And
I
like,
know,
it
and then,
made it like
and then
more
people
difficult.
watching, they're just like, Zane, you're cutting too much. This is it, because I like it's like like literally the editing I would do is
you
just
take out breaths too, like normal, like natural
was-
human breaths.
It was
took
always
out
like Zane's
everything.
filming is so shaky, but it wasn't shaky. It was just jumpy because he jumped to
I know.
every
Yeah,
next
yeah,
scene.
Why did it take you across the road to get to the other side?
because I'd film for 4 hours and cut it down to 30 seconds. I'd be like, why is my vlogs not long?
That's all right. It happens. Scott, I wanted to ask you this question because it makes no sense to me. What is a record deal? Like I
Like
obviously
a label.
I know it's a huge thing. Like you're signed to a record label, you got a record deal, and like that's really big and it's exciting. But I don't know what it means.
For the people listening that don't know,
Because you're signed.
Scott makes really good music if you guys want to check that out. But apparently you guys signed, so that's sick.
I got signed to a record label. It's Fearless Records. They do a lot of like, it's kind of like rock stuff and like punk rock. And they've had
That's
like
cool.
right now they have Set It Off, which is like one of their big people, and the
I
Pretty
remember
Reckless.
Set It Off,
with,
yeah.
With you know, Taylor Monson. She plays Jenny in Gossip Girl.
Okay.
She plays the Grinch. She's Cindy Lou Who, the little girl.
She
Are you
is?
serious?
Yes.
And
She
she's
turned to
Jenny in
music.
Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's sick.
Crazy.
Scott, do a video
Yeah.
with her. Dress her up as Cindy Lou.
What does it mean? I did a lot of music independently, which means I paid for everything,
Right.
and I reaped all the benefits. Like I kept 100% of the songs. Now I'm with a record label, and I've been used to, you know, posting stories to promote my songs and stuff like that. And hopefully my friends like the songs, or like they come join the videos and they're like, check out this song that my friend made.
Yeah.
Now I have more of a marketing machine behind me that can help like knock down the doors of radio and be like,
Yeah.
Cool.
put my song on the radio or put this song on the radio for us. And that's what I'm looking forward to, is like the marketing power and a little bit more guidance on like what will work on the radio, what kind of song like should I put out versus like me just kind of like making a goofy song and being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this out.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing, like, do they like front your cost for like studio time? Because obviously, like you said, you had to do everything yourself and like pay everything. Are they like, here's a studio we want you to record at, like everything's taken care of, and then like it keeps it like in the house, if that makes sense?
Yeah, it's like I'm still working with a lot of the same people, but they're also putting me in sessions with new producers and people who make different kind of music and different sounds. And they will do, like, if they really like the song that we made, they'll be like, all right, we're going to pay for this song and we'll put it on the record.
Cool.
If I want the song, I can pay for it myself and like save it for, you know, maybe when I'm not signed anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like having like I'm renting a house for a while from my landlord, who is Fearless Records, basically.
Gotcha.
Question: And do they decide what song of yours is good, or like if there's a song that you really like, then they're like, okay, we'll take this song and try to sell, or is it kind of really
So far,
to them.
I really like. I had a meeting with them earlier today, and it's very collaborative. Like, so there's songs that maybe they'll listen to, and they'll be like, "I see that this song is good." It's like a fan song, though. It's not a song that we think is like gonna be huge on the radio, but I could see why your audience would love it. So if you think we should put it out, then we will, because we trust your instinct. You've been doing this. Like, I have 30 songs that I released independently,
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
and now with the record label, I get a little bit more guidance and help on how to like make something into more of a radio hit.
Are they able?
Wow.
Is your label able to? If there's a song that like they really like, and you're like, yeah, it's an okay song. Are they able to put it into the radio, whether the radio like approves or not? Like, are they able to make those like decisions, or they still have to go through like trying to sell your song to certain people?
It's all about personal connections, just like
like
us
money.
being in social media and stuff
Yeah.
like that. The reason that we do well is because we make friends with other people who are doing the same stuff, other big creators, collab with them and stuff like that. So when it comes to getting a song on the radio, you want to make a good connection with that radio host. So I go into Kiss FM and like talk to JoJo on the radio, and like maybe he'll play my songs more often, you know, like because
You gotta kiss the phone and kiss
we're
the ass.
I don't mean it like that, but like, yeah, like you become friendly with people, and they're more likely to put your song on the radio because you know them and you talk to them, and you're like, you repost their stories. You scratch their back. You scratch
Baby,
scratch
it's,
their
yeah,
back.
it's
Let him
Hollywood.
say
It's
it.
Hollywood. It's
Don't
Hollywood.
correct him.
I
Let
can't
him get
spit it out.
Let
I
him
can't spit it
finish
out.
it.
The funny thing about my back is it's located on my balls.
There you go.
Speaking of music, I feel like I never put out my own shit. I've done like 1 or 2 songs, but we actually have a song together with Miles coming out in a few days.
Oh.
Oh, really?
I thought
Yeah.
you looked at your watch. That was coming out in
Hours.
5 minutes. Like,
At
and
midnight.
15
Try-
minutes.
no,
Dropping
my
tonight,
watch
9
shows the
p.m.
date.
The whole fucking calendar, really?
It sure does.
Very good.
I'm really excited about that song. I think it's so fun, and like everyone that I have showed it to, they're like, "This is like a really fun song to just
Yeah.
listen to," and it's called Saddle Ranch. So like it really resonates with like our audience because everyone knows that we were always going to Saddle Ranch.
Yeah, it's kind of like a if anybody listening knows the song Kickback, it's kind of like a part 2 just for like the duo or the trio dynamic.
Yeah,
Man, Saddle Ranch was so good, and then it just got ruined. Just fucking.
I liked Saddle Ranch when Saddle Ranch was empty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It used to be so empty.
It was our blackout bar. Like we would go there and like be able to get so plastered that nobody would see us at our worst fucking like times.
It was a bar that we really got to just be our true selves without anybody
Yep.
else seeing.
It was
It's
an
like,
older crowd.
yeah.
oh,
It
much
really
older
was,
crowd.
yeah.
It was so low key that I could climb the billboard across the street from Saddle Ranch, get butt naked, and nobody would see
Nobody
me
would
out
see
there.
it. Nobody would fucking
I
see
did
it.
do that. That's why that wasn't just an example.
By the way, if you guys don't know, Heath literally created Saddle Ranch. Like Saddle Ranch was like not a thing until Heath went in there.
I mean,
were
Saddle
you-
Ranch was a thing. It was a franchise.
Oh,
It
sorry,
was
sorry.
around the world, but
He
No,
built
no.
it from
Compared to
ground
what it
up.
is right now, the fact that there's fucking paparazzi like there, like it's the fucking W. It's like
It's pretty crazy.
I get so jealous hearing about the story, like because Heath used to go all the time with Joe.
I feel so bad. Like I'm not that person. Like I was fucking there before it was cool, and like I made this spot like
You just
popping.
genuinely were.
Like I'm just a fucking redneck in LA, and I was,
It was like the most
looking for
rednecky
a-
bar.
And I was like, oh, cool. Country bar. It's got a bull. They play music videos for like old country songs. And I was like, cool. Let's go there.
I love all the like old school music videos they're always playing. They still
Yeah.
do it.
It was just like this fun atmosphere. And I was like, we went there with our buddy Joe. So me and him went one night randomly. We're like, let's check out this country bar. Dead. Like completely empty. We sat there around like the little bar and like, we're like, this is really nice. We did it again the next night. And no joke, I was at Saddle Ranch probably like 4 or 5 nights a week. And I was just getting blacked out. This is my dark days.
And it's crazy how big that bar is and how little people are in there.
Yeah.
Like back then.
Well,
Like,
didn't you
it's the
try to
biggest bar in
convince
the-
your friends to go, and they were like,
Yes.
"What? Like a country bar?" Like,
nobody wanted to go.
Yeah.
I remember
And I was
that
like, no, it's
specifically with like
fun.
I liked going and like hanging out with just like a few friends and like drinking at the bar and stuff. And there was other people like Todd, for example, was not a huge fan of Saddle Ranch at first because it wasn't like the place to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
wasn't
it
cool.
wasn't
Nobody
popping.
went.
Like it
Yeah.
was just like boring, kind of.
Yeah.
But we like boring because we brought the fun because it was
Oh,
we came in like a large friend group,
Yeah.
so we
That's
went
why
there
it
and nobody else was
changed,
there.
Yeah, some
So-
of you guys brought the fun, but you know me, I love just like being boring.
Just
Yeah.
sitting in silence,
That's my thing.
crying.
Hey, it's not boring. It's chill. It's relaxed.
Chill, it's relaxing.
But I ended up making friends with the bartender, Colin,
Yeah.
and my tab every single night would be over $300, and he'd just be like, "Just give me $100, just go," and it was just like every night. So then I was like, "Okay, guys, like I have a hookup at this spot. Like, come
Oh
check
yeah,
it out."
that's how it started as a hookup. That's why we
And
fucking
like
went.
I started bringing everybody. I was like, no, like I got everybody. Like I got like a connect, and then like we were fucking racking up bar tabs, and we were just getting like hooked up so fat. And then it was like, okay, this is kind of
But
cool.
it
about the
had to be under Heath's tab.
And then-
Like if I went and grabbed a drink, no discount.
Guys,
but like it
keep in
had
mind-
to be under Heath's account.
Keep in mind, same timeline, me being broke, negative in my bank account.
I'm like, how did you pay for that?
This is literally what drove me to bankruptcy.
The nights when Colin left before he could pay his
Yes.
tab, it's like, oh shit, actually someone else got this.
right. Dude, it was fucking
Well,
nuts.
Heath would pay a lot. He'd pay like $200, but he'd pay for everybody to drink. You know, it was a good deal. But
Whoa.
I just like the hoopla. Like,
Exactly.
plain and simple.
and it was like that for maybe 2 years before we even
Yeah.
started inviting people outside of our friend group.
Yeah, and then David started going.
It started like we started inviting people that we just started becoming friends with, like Stas. I remember Stas was like the first person I feel like we made friends
Yeah.
with, where it led to just a whole nother world of people that
Because
we
we
never
didn't
thought
really
we
like
would ever
post
meet.
there. We kept it pretty low key.
Oh, 100%. We didn't like,
And then once we opened it up and like started like bringing like a bunch of other people, it was just
Yeah.
like,
Well, then it started being like that punching bag became a huge thing.
Yes.
oh
The-
yeah,
like the
punching bag,
competition
the
scene.
bull.
us trying to pull out our big dicks and fucking smack a
like
yeah.
punching bag.
bringing Jeff along to do the punching bag and stuff like
Yeah.
that became like and Alex Ernst and like the people that just loved it, they weren't really about like going there to drink. It was more about like the social activity,
Right.
Exactly.
competing on this punching bag and people riding the bull and all that stuff.
And it just it got so big where so many influencers were going, where that's where, like, I felt like, because David, we'd go there, but David wouldn't really film there yet. But it got to the point where it became a VidCon where David was like, he had to film there. We had to go every night
Just because something crazy was going on.
people were going there. Everybody that was an influencer or anybody on YouTube would be there, and shit was going down.
Oh
And it
my
was like a
God.
ritual to like go to Saddle Ranch and then go across the street and climb the billboard.
Yeah.
Like it
Oh
was a
my-
system. It was like a
I miss
strict
it.
schedule.
I miss it too, but we quit Saddle Ranch like someone who was addicted to cigarettes was trying to quit
Cold
cigarettes and just
turkey.
fucking
Cut it off.
like,
we quit
cut
it. We
it
quit it
off.
for
no,
like
we tried to quit it, and like we quit it the one night.
No,
we'd be like, we're
it-
not going to Saddle Ranch. Then we'd go to Saddle Ranch that night. Like
we tried quitting, and then it got to the point where like a lot of the TikTok kids were going, and then like we weren't like quite cool enough anymore, and it was like they were already there like running shit, holding it down, and then we were just like getting there late. We're like, fuck, it's packed.
Well, the problem was like these TikTokers were going, which is completely fine. It's okay, but they were bringing along their paparazzi, which made that you ruin everything.
and
Because
their loyal fans.
And it's also totally different.
None of our fans wanted to come see us.
it did get to a point where there was people like waiting in the parking lot, like they
Yeah.
can't get into the bar because they're too young and they're waiting.
Right.
For
That's
people
Yeah.
the
to-
thing. Nobody, I think the people working there were getting annoyed too. Yes, it's packed, but no, they weren't buying drinks.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were just there to see like somebody or
Yeah.
like just because that's where like the hype was.
yeah,
I think I've heard multiple stories from people like Colin that we know that like there's a lot of employees, the turnover there is super quick because they were just like,
Yeah.
all these people come in, they don't tip, they suck, and there's a lot of people that are not there to drink and they're just like hanging out, and the bar's packed. We're really busy, but it's like a lot of waters and shit like that.
yeah, and business looks good because there's a giant line, but no one is actually buying fucking drinks and actually sitting there and buying. A
But
ton.
I
it
mean,
does
some
make
of us
the-
were.
Oh, dude, we were spending so much. Dude, I wish I knew how much money I've spent at that fucking bar.
I would love to, like, if you could cut me a check right now for what I've paid to Saddle Ranch.
Oh, mansions, fucking private jets. Private
Guys,
jets.
that's kind of sad. Coming
You know
from
what
someone who's
sucks?
lost a lot of
It's
money,
'cause we
that
just
sounds
went
really
there
sad.
we went there all the fucking time, every night. We just spent so much money there.
And the literal day we got our name on the fucking bar, COVID shut down.
Oh, yeah.
Like we were so pumped that like, guys, your name is on. Like, come
literally-
in and check
So
it out.
Saddle
The
Ranch is-
next day,
Saddle Ranch has this like around the bar. It has a place where they put like
It's got a
these
plaque.
gold plaques. And nothing special, but it's something where like people look at when they're at the bar. It's like, oh, I wonder who this person is. They must be really important because they either must own this bar or they come to this bar a lot. And I was just so surprised that Heath, after all this, after this past year and a
was
half
fucking
of this place
hyped.
becoming a fucking VidCon center of paparazzi, it looked like a red carpet fucking premiere.
And
every
they
night.
left Heath's name out. No, I'm just kidding.
Heath's name should have been there a long fucking time ago because it literally started at Heath and it became.
That was more important to me than having a star
Yeah.
in the Hollywood.
oh
Walk of
my
Fame,
god,
you know? Like,
yes!
Oh yeah, it was
100%.
equivalent to that.
I'm included in this. Fuck yeah!
That's so funny.
I made it.
Oh my God.
But like dead ass, it's like the best location of a bar ever.
Yeah.
Like that entire strip of bars. All like it's just so hidden, but that one is just fucking screams. It's like
I will buy
lights are
that
everywhere.
bar one day. I just want to like become successful enough to buy it.
It's mine now. I own Saddle Ranch.
As a bartender, do you like miss like when you go to like a bar and you like see like them like at work? Do you like miss doing that, or are you kind of like?
I actually really do. Bartending was such a fun job, and like I worked at a bar where like I worked Mondays and Tuesdays, and it was really slow on Mondays and Tuesdays. And you know, sometimes I'd have like 5 people there that would like come through the night, and I'd walk into the back and like film a vine while I was like
Oh, that's
waiting
so
for their
funny.
food
Because you
to
just
come.
had time because
And-
there was like nobody
yeah,
there.
And my stepdad, who like I worked at his bar, and he was always like, "What the fuck are you doing on fucking Vine? You're not gonna fucking do anything with this.
You won't amount to nothing, you piece of shit.
Get out of the back of the fucking bar and work." Like, and but then like Fridays and Saturdays it would be packed because we'd have live bands and live music, and it was so fun to just like be shelling out drinks like and working as fast as you can, sweating behind the bar, then taking shots because it was like this.
I
like,
love
And
that.
you could
Seeing-
because you're a dad.
Seeing
or
like the
Yeah.
bartenders and like people working like when
Yeah.
you could like buy them a shot and they're just like, thank you, and they'll like take it. You're like, it's got like it's got a cool feeling to
it's
it.
so fun, and I always like when I go to other bars, I'm like, "Can I get you a shot too?" Like when the bartender's like been good to me and shit, and they're like,
Yeah.
no, I can't. Like, this is like a really like I can't do that here. I'm at work, and I'm like, damn, that really sucks. Like, I worked at a bar that was fun.
Right.
Honestly, they should let bartenders drink because there's times when like parties are thrown and I get drunk to the point where I want to start cleaning. So I think it's like
Right, yeah.
I think they should just let bartenders just kind of drink throughout the night if they want because it just gets them like in that
Yeah, it gets you
rhythm.
social.
Yeah.
Well, there is-
social, better tips.
I think if there wasn't money involved, they'd be able to.
Yeah, true.
There is
They're,
a
like,
little bit of
handling
rules
cash.
involved, though. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. I get
Like
it.
I worked with a couple of like older Irish guys that are slinging the "you fucking cunt" and "you dumb fucker" and shit like that, and like I'd want to start drinking earlier, but like the 50-year-old was like, "We wait till 12 before we have a shot."
Oh,
like-
Oh,
you
okay,
know,
that's
like-
a
That's kinda
good.
cool.
There's like
Like a boundary, that's
little
good.
rules to it, and you wait till the night kind of dies down before you're like, all right, now I can kind of get wasted because
Right.
there's not that many people here. And then we'd all like 3 o'clock comes around, the bar's cleaned up, and we're all counting our tips, like drinking and like just chatting with each other, and like that was like the most fun, like the camaraderie with like your coworkers, like you're getting wasted, counting your money, like it was so fun.
It's so crazy, like the whole bar atmosphere and like liquor store type thing. I went to the liquor store down the street, and I was like trying to like not have alcohol, like just be like sober, whatever, for January. It didn't work out. I tried my hardest. I made it over halfway through, but I went to the liquor store down the street, and I was like, "Do you have any non-alcoholic like whiskey or any sort of like spirits?" Because like it's a kind of becoming a pretty big thing.
Oh
I
my
had no
god.
idea. I had
They
no idea.
they
I-
do. Zane got heartburn from that.
Oh my fuck.
and that hurts my soul. Non-alcoholic whiskey, why?
The only person I knew in my life that ever
O'Doul's. Your
O'Doul's was
dad?
my dad.
Yeah.
I would see him order this shit like because people around him, like people working like in his job, like when they have parties, they'll be drinking. He'll order that. I'm like, Dad, Bubba, you don't need to fucking order a non-alcoholic beer to like.
It sucks that everybody knows O'Doul's as like fucking non-alcoholic O'Doul's. Like if it was another name, you could like pass as like drinking with the boys. But you see somebody with O'Doul's
Yeah.
and you're like,
Beer is not good
Like,
to be
why?
drinking.
Yeah.
Without alcohol, without being drunk.
imagine the fucking calories and the carbs for no
For
reason.
no reason. Drink a fucking soda.
Doesn't
It gives
taste
you,
like
it gives
that
you more
good.
energy. It does
I would-
something.
there was some like TV show a long time ago where it was like how many like they did like this drunk wrestling thing or boxing thing,
Right.
and they had to like it was like beer Olympics but with O'Doul's, and they were like trying to get drunk because it has like 0.1%
Right.
alcohol or some shit
Hold
like
on,
that.
it does.
It's
It
got
has
a
a
tiny
little
little
bit.
bit. Yeah.
My dad did the same thing.
That's
He quit
funny.
drinking when I was like 10, and he like switched over to O'Doul's for a while.
He's
and,
just down in a 30 rack of O'Doul's to get a buzz.
just chugging it, trying to like
it's
get
it's the least sinful way in a
Right.
religion to get drunk.
It like
because,
seems okay.
Hey,
But I went there and I was like, "Do you have like any like non-alcoholic stuff?" And he like looked at me. He's like, "We're a liquor store."
fuck is wrong with you?
No, seriously. Like he gave me the weirdest fucking look, and he was like, "Our clients are alcoholics. Like that's who we cater to." And I was like, "I get that, but like
he's right that no one's going to a liquor store.
No, just
buying.
wait. Just wait.
no, but like it was weird." And I was just like, "I understand that, but like this would be the place for people to like." Do like because I've tried non-alcoholic stuff before. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, it's great, whatever. And then he's like, nah, we don't have that. We don't have that. No, we cater to alcoholics. I was like, oh, all right, cool. Well, thank you. I'll try somewhere else. And like as I'm walking away, he's like, actually, dude, I have heard of it. I know what you're talking about. And I was like, so you do have it? And he's like, no, I don't have it. We actually had a huge taste testing. The whole company had to sit down and like they were trying to get us to carry it. We didn't want it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We don't have it. I'm really sorry.
Why did he
He
pull
was
that
probably
whole?
so nasty because he probably regrets it now because like people are probably asking for it now. It's like a new
Right.
thing that like
Yeah.
Oh, I've not heard of anybody
well
drinking.
it's up and coming. But
Really?
he probably is getting more and more people. He's probably
Because like that
we
is
said
literally
no
like
to
your
them.
business. Like you're like getting people off of alcohol.
Yeah.
Right.
But like I mean, it's an amazing option for people to have like that are
Yeah.
trying to stop. Like you get the so what it is they do the exact same process of making a whiskey or any sort of tequila, whatever it is, and then they extract. I don't know how they do it. Not a scientist, but they extract all the alcohol out of it at the very end. So you have that same like flavor and like feeling. Speaking of,
but you
Scott wants to take a shot.
You
I'll
don't.
just talk about
You
alcohol.
just-
All right, we're gonna take a shot, but
But you
Heath,
just don't get the feeling.
I know, but Heath, I don't understand
it.
why somebody would want to drink a beer or a whiskey or a tequila.
So if you're trying
without
not
getting
to
drunk,
right? It's
it's kind of like the consequence to
no.
get drunk
Trust
is
me.
to have to fucking
Trust
taste
me.
that shit.
I know what you're saying. And when I did like this whole half the month, I was like good. And then there was one night I was just like, I'm just craving like a whiskey on the rocks. Like I just wanted it, but I didn't want to get drunk. I was just like wanting that flavor, the taste, like the whole like the fact of like sitting down. Like I'll go by my fire pit, and like I want to just have like a glass of something like kind of bittery.
Hot cocoa.
No,
Chocolate
I
milk.
didn't want chocolate. Like I wanted like a whiskey feel. And if you got a whole bunch of boys that are around, they're all drinking, you will like want to be part of the fun. Like
Yeah.
as long as you're holding something, like at a party, they say
It's
like
like
if
a
you don't feel like
cigarette
drinking.
and a jewel.
Well, I mean they got nicotine in it. But,
Yeah, no, a jewel and a cigarette are like the same. Jewels
But-
are actually worse.
but
No,
they
I'm saying
they have
the
stuff
options.
that's non nicotine
Yeah,
like smoke
non-nicotine.
things.
Oh. like puffs. I don't know what they're
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
Holy shit, this is full, Scott.
It's very wet though.
I think
The shot.
Heath, I know this sounds really stupid. In my opinion, I think that option works if you're hiding it from everybody. I know that sounds weird, but like if you're hiding from everybody that you're not drinking something that's alcoholic, then I think that's a good idea. Like an O'Doul's beer, if you poured it in a cup and you're like, I'm drinking a beer too.
I
want
think
you want to enjoy the time and make people think that you're drinking too, because people do like if you're
Sounds a little
out,
shady. It sounds like Adam Sandler in 51st
Little
Dates. He's like,
secretive.
yeah, these are actually non-alcoholic drinks. I just want you to feel like you're loosening up, but actually
No,
not
ju-
lose any of your senses.
just for the
Little
one
placebo.
person though.
Sounds a little wrong.
Just for the one person though, like if everyone's drinking except for Heath, he comes out with a whiskey on the rocks. People see the whiskey, they're not going to question it. He gets to enjoy the time without
right.
But like with people that you don't know, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if
you're,
Heath-
like, trying to
if
keep-
Heath, if Heath was trying to hide that he was drinking, was not drinking with the group of us, and he had like an O'Doul's, we would all be like,
Right. It would look like an. You know what I
you
mean?
could just not drink if you want. Like we know you.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, but it
in
gives you
secret,
like I don't know,
it
like
works.
Yeah.
I used to think it was stupid, and then I was like, no, I get it, I get it.
So
there's-
Heath,
there's-
did you
Zane,
just take a
Zane.
shot of water?
No, it's literally. I'll put this into a perspective. Why do people drink decaf coffee?
For the
They
flavor.
like the taste.
Right.
My dad, when he quit and he started drinking
Right.
O'Doul's, it was because it was like the closest thing he could get to the taste of a beer
Yeah.
without it being beer. It's not like he didn't think he was going to get drunk. It was just like I missed this. Like it was
It's a
habit
ritual.
that was
It's a thing.
formed.
A lot of people don't want to get a fucking caffeine. Like, it's just like, I like coffee. I like it.
I get the taste of coffee. Coffee tastes good. I feel like whiskey, like the taste of whiskey.
I think it's great. It's a nice bittery kind of like.
I
Really?
personally
Yes.
don't love the taste
that
of it.
that confuses me.
But it's a habit that you formed.
Right,
You formed
exactly.
a habit of drinking this thing that tastes this way. So when you want to quit the alcohol portion of it, you can still get half of that enjoyment from the flavor of
Right.
it.
yeah.
You know?
I like addiction,
And that's on quitting addiction
For
101.
addiction, I feel like that makes sense. It's kind of like a nicotine,
And that's
gum.
what it is. Then
Yeah.
those drinks are made for people who are trying
Yeah,
to
like
quit
people who like
drinking.
wean off of like.
Okay, if that's the case, then that makes
Right,
sense.
people who wean off, like when I was weaning off the Juul, I switched to like a non-nicotine like puff thing.
Yeah,
And it was like I was
Yeah,
still
like the
doing
water vapor.
Yeah, it was like the still hand to mouth, which was helping with that like addiction part
yeah,
of like just constantly doing that, but without having to be like getting the shit.
yeah. I tried it. I was smoking my puff one day. And I was like, I'm gonna try it because I have a stack of all those. What are they made out of? Vapor, water vapor. I don't, like the
It's
like,
like
the
a-
ripple,
yeah,
the
yeah.
ripple ones. What are they made out of?
Some sort of
There's no nicotine or like it's actually not bad for you. It's literally just
I've
something to.
learning about this because we started a CBD company and our
Right,
CBD
right.
pens use like it's MCT oils.
That's how you plug,
CBD
baby.
and
That's how
flavor.
you
that
plug.
was good.
Very
And,
good.
but then when you think about these puffs, Jay was telling me about it. You're actually it's like plastic that you're smoking. There's like
Yeah.
glycerin and weird shit in there that you're smoking, and you're smoking plastic. It supposedly passes right through your body, but obviously it's not good for you. So that's why there's other things with other options where it's just like straight up flavor, CBD, MCT oil, and you can just, if you have that addiction to like putting something in your mouth and sucking on it, which a lot of people have,
I
you
have
know?
I
Oral
have that I have
fixation.
that addiction a little bit.
You can try to wean yourself off by using a cleaner substance that doesn't have that plastic product in
What's
it and
crazy
shit
to
like
me is like the whole vapor, like a puff type thing. It used to be like, this is the healthy option. Like, quit cigarettes. You need to get on electronic cigarettes. Like, this is the way to go. And now I'm hearing like
Oh yeah.
that they're way worse than actual cigarettes.
I think that the only reason that they're actually worse is because people will have it
Do
in
it
their
all day,
hand
right,
and
Yeah,
in their mouth
nonstop.
all day long. Whereas like
You won't
with
smoke
a
a
cigarette,
cigarette all day.
yeah, you're gonna walk outside.
Imagine 24/7 a fucking cigarette in your mouth.
And there is
Disgusting.
people like that too, but like that's the thing.
That
with
was
the puff.
me literally
Two
3
packs
years
a
ago.
day, baby.
The
Oh
reason-
my god, that's
It's
so
just
bad.
insane. Like back when we lived in the apartment, it was just his spot was on the balcony. That was just like where he was at all times.
You know those big like blue fucking water jugs that you flip upside down for like a fucking thing? I would fill up like one of those every month.
God,
Just
the ashtray would
That was
look
good.
the
And then
ashtray started looking like the Game of Thrones chair. Like it was just
so
it started
fucking
looking
bad.
like this sculpture that you could sell for a lot
I
of
would
money.
stick my cigarettes in top. And,
No,
Dude.
I remember coming over for a visit and seeing like just cups full of it, or like the trays like full of them, and like you know it happens. You smoke, you don't throw things away.
ugh.
Baby, good times.
I used to get super anxious when I smoked weed, and I think it's because like I've grown up and I'm kind of like growing out of my like more anxious phase. But like when I smoked weed a long time ago, I get super anxious, and it depends on, people always say like it depends on what you're smoking, but like it was anything for me. It would make me like, I'm super paranoid, I'm in my head, I don't know what I'm saying, I feel stupid. And like CBD doesn't do that, obviously, because it doesn't have the THC at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
CBD is great. It's fun.
it's a well, it does, it's not fun. It doesn't, a lot of people, you
It's
smoke
fun.
it and you'll be like, did it do anything?
Right.
But like the idea that it is reducing anxiety, the idea that there is scientific stuff that like backs that.
It's the
it's
benefits
almost
of
a
weed
placebo
without
of, like,
getting high.
Yeah.
It's all the positive like side effects.
I'm relaxed. I'm not giggly, but I'm relaxed. I'm not paranoid, but I'm
Right.
relaxed. Like
I
you, don't
like
have,
to-
you don't have the negative or the like the fun side, but you're still like you're chill.
I like to take CBD.
Oh,
And shots of tequila.
I like to take CBD like an hour before I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So it really relaxes me and it makes me tired, and then I fall asleep.
Yeah, so if you
So
guys
that
want to
helps
get
me
any
a lot.
CBD, check
Yeah.
out icbdoils.co.
He has really good watermelon.
The gummies.
The CBD gummies are
Dude,
so
those are actually
good.
really
I should have brought some
They're
gummies
so good.
over.
We'll put his link in the description. Go get you guys some
it's
fucking
really good.
watermelon
Those
gummies. It's so-
gummies are the fucking best thing. Jay and I were talking about, like, I was like, I want the watermelon gummies to be Don't Be Sad watermelon, but we were like, all right, Don't Be Sad should be multicolored because you do all the multicolored
Right,
Don't
right.
Be Sad things. So we have like the multi-flavored CBD gummies for Don't Be Sad, but the watermelon ones,
Those are really good.
those are fucking
You,
delicious.
you guys need to come up with a whole like campaign for those watermelon gummies. Like I don't know why, but like those are so good, and I feel like it works really well.
But
Yeah, those are unreal.
We can stop plugging my CBD company now.
Hey baby, hey, keep
Very
going,
good.
keep going. What you got?
Hold on, before we keep going.
I was literally, I was.
Speaking of going, I have to.
Me too.
I have to go.
Oh my gosh.
I also have to urinate.
Perfect.
Go.
We all have to. We got to the point where it was just like, fuck. Okay, I gotta piss.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor for this episode, HelloFresh.
With HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door.
HelloFresh lets you skip those trips to the grocery store and makes cooking at home easy, fun, and affordable.
And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
HelloFresh lets you choose between 23 different recipes every single week with different ingredients, cuisines, and different flavors so you never get bored.
And eating healthier has never been easier with their low-cal, carb-smart, vegetarian, and pescatarian options every week.
They're also super flexible. You could choose what delivery date you want. You could skip weeks, add different things, change your food preferences, and it's just so easy and user-friendly.
And HelloFresh's Easy Eats is offering tons of quick and easy meal solutions like oven-ready and 10 to 20-minute meals perfect for your busy schedule.
Mariah and I actually just made the bulgogi pork tenderloin. That was literally mind-blowing. Like, I'm not making this up. Like, it was so good and juicy and tender, and the bulgogi sauce that you put on top was so good.
My favorite part about you guys making these meals is that you guys try to match exactly what the
Oh, yeah,
picture
yeah, yeah.
is that the
we
HelloFresh
don't just like
has.
throw it onto the plate. We like want to make it look as perfect because like you're making like a gourmet meal. Like you might as well like plate it and serve it and make you feel like like,
And it will taste better when you like plate it in a certain way. It does give you that like high end like ooh I'm eating much better too.
it makes you feel like a professional chef.
It does. It does. And that's why we eat HelloFresh.
And that we do, baby. And you can too. All you got to do is go to HelloFresh.com/10unfiltered.
And use code 10unfiltered for 10 free meals, including free shipping, baby.
Guys, you're going to get 10 free meals and free shipping. All you got to do is go to HelloFresh.com/10unfiltered.
It's a no-brainer. Just do it. Eat you some good food. Use our code.
10unfiltered.
Thank you, HelloFresh. Now back to the episode.
I was just thinking about, so we just took our like pee break, how this must be a nice release for you guys since we have to like sit in our house a lot of the time. Now, like you guys have this one night of the week where you have a guest on and you guys drink and you loosen up. It's kind of like a little party that you do in your podcast room.
It is.
It's kind of nice. This is like our one night a week to drink.
It's weird. Like this is the one podcast where I feel like we drink a lot, and the next day I wake up like not hungover because I feel like we're drinking for work.
Yeah.
You're sipping
drink-
slow.
It makes it okay.
It makes it
It's
okay.
an excuse.
I think God is just like, you're not gonna get a hangover because you were drinking for a show. I'm gonna give you this one every week, once a week. But but being in David's vlogs is work too, and I get really bad hangovers when I drink for this shit.
Well, that's
So
a different
I'm
kind of work. That's kind of like you need to be blackout drunk. You need to be hungover in the morning because I want to film that too.
Baby, being blacked out is my personality, and I'm not. And you know
It's
what?
a personality trait.
And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. I'm 28 years old, and I'm an alcoholic.
Carly posted something on her story of like us wrestling in like Zed's pond.
No, that wasn't Zez. That was Kayson's.
Oh, that was Kason. My bad. I forget.
No, dude,
I
we
forget
would
which
never
rich
do that
person's
at
house that was at.
We would never do that at Zez. Dude, we would get kicked out so quick.
Yeah.
But I was looking back at that clip. I was like, damn, I was really doughy. And I like look back at photos of myself when I was like, I had like peak confidence here, and I did not look good. Like
Dude,
you know, like,
fucking changed. Like, I thought I changed a lot over the years, like with my like appearance. You have changed so much. It's unreal.
it's crazy.
Like your mom hair Denny days.
Hey.
Wait, can we-
That's
can
a
we-
sensitive. That's a sensitive.
Can we tell that
topic.
story real quick? How that like fucked you up mentally for a while?
Oh my God. Dude, that pissed us all off.
Yo,
We were in the middle of an electronic like
dance
music,
rave.
yeah, festival. What was that festival?
I
that we
don't
were at?
know. It was so
Aaron C show.
Aaron Style.
Aaron
That's
Style.
Yeah.
Good, Zane.
Aaron Style show, and
It was the Aaron Carter show.
and we were in the middle of the show, and everybody was just literally everybody was good
Having a good
vibes,
time.
having the greatest time of their lives. And we're just like we're loving the music, and all of a sudden this kid just turns around and looks at Scott. Everybody sees it. We're all like, this kid turned around. We were all like, okay, what's this kid about to say? He goes, "You have mom hair." And we're like,
Right to Scott's face.
okay, wait a second. Let's see where this is gonna go. Maybe it's a one of our the people that watch us. Maybe they're making a joke. And he no, it was
That was the one comment he made, and I was like,
and it was dude, and he wasn't even smiling or nothing. And we're like, oh, this is gonna be something. And then
you know the way I respond to shit like that, I'm like, oh, thanks, dude.
when the man's setting it up, it's like we had this huge fight. No fight.
Scott's like, am I a hot mom?
Yeah, you know, my mom had kind of hair like this for a while when she cut it short, I guess.
It's so funny because I remember like we like talked about it right when it happened. We left. You brought it up again in the car on the way home. Later on that night, I was just like, yo, do I really have mom hair? Like, it was just like, it really started sitting with you.
I don't know if you guys are like this at all, but the way that I am, if there's any sort of like potential for confrontation, when it happens, I'm like, I totally brush it off. And I'm like, yeah, no big deal. Or like, thanks. Yeah, cool, whatever.
100%.
And then like later on, I'm looking back at it, I'm like, I wish
What
I
you could've
socked
said?
that fucker in the face. Or like fucking, you know, you build up this like what could have happened if I had a little bit more of a
Yeah.
backbone.
Because
you
we
know?
don't have the balls to turn around and say some shit like that to somebody. I would never say that because
also-
you're literally asking to be hit in the face, but
Yeah.
he didn't get hit in the face, and that pisses me off that he didn't like get what he asked for.
It
And
just
like,
took
could
me
you
aback.
imagine like, we're gonna say like he deserved it, like fucking asshole, he should have got stuck in the face. But like, could you imagine being like, dude, why did you punch that guy? He's like, well, he said I had mom hair. Like, you would look like a fucking asshole. Like, it's like, okay.
It really wasn't that big of a deal. And all the situations that I make up in my head, like my mind's running and I'm just like, all right,
Right.
well, this could have happened. This could have happened. This could have
And
happened.
guys, he didn't. I want to make it very clear. This guy wasn't just like you have mom hair. It was like it was in a tone where it's like he wanted to. He didn't like Scott and was just like, fuck you. Your hair sucks.
Your hair
It's-
looks like a mother.
I like. I think it's as equivalent. It's like it's something you can't control. It's as equivalent as saying to someone, "Hey, you're fat." It's like you're still judging someone's appearance, and to me, that's just fucked up.
Yeah,
and you're asking to be hit, and you do deserve to be hit if you're gonna be like, "You suck," like this. You look like this. You suck.
Yeah. And there's like, it's kind of like one of those instances that you're like, Instagram comment in real life. Like no one's
Yeah.
gonna say this shit to me in person, but I expect it on my Instagram photos. You know, like, oh, your hair, you kind of look like you have like mom hair or something like that. But like when someone turns around and says that to your face, you're like,
You can't believe it.
okay. I would expect this on like a photo that I posted, but like for someone to walk up to me
Do
and
you-
like
do
say
you-
this to me in person, I'm like,
Do you think it hurt a little bit more because you truly felt like you might have had mom hair at the
I mean,
time?
I got my hair cut like in the next couple days, you know?
'Cause I know that's when like shit hits me hard. Like I'll get like really worked up if I like low key know it's kind of true.
Yeah.
Because you had like that curly little mop that was getting a little.
I think
long
I
in
had
the
some
back.
like highlights too, because I had like I had
Yeah.
like kind of bleached it before I
Yeah.
let it grow out, and there were like highlights.
You
and
had
like,
the
kinda, like,
mom from that '70s show haircut.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just it was wrong.
Yeah.
It was wrong place, wrong time. It was.
Wrong hair, wrong.
It was a TikTok comment in real fucking life, straight up. Because TikTok
Exactly.
comments are like the worst things at the top of the fucking page
And
when
we-
you see it.
We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Like sometimes when I see like a gossip type tweet or an indirect or something, it's like a fucking like I forgot about Scott, and it's like imagine if someone walked up to you and was like, "Oh my god, I totally forgot that you were like a thing, like, you like exist," and I'm like, "Cool, yeah."
Scott, I was just thinking about this. We were out. We were
We were
somewhere.
doing a job. We were doing a job in San Francisco.
And we
I
were
think, for
walking
you.
across the street, and we crossed by these two girls, and they stopped
Yeah.
us. Do you remember what they said?
They said,
will-
"Oh my god, you guys were on Vine." And we were like, "Oh yeah, we were. Hi, how you doing?" And they're like, "Not a fan." I didn't really like it.
Straight up, we laughed out loud and we walked out. Like it was
so funny.
the way I think the way these girls said it, you had to respect it. It was just so on point. Just like, hey, oh my god, you're so big. but not a fan. It was just like that, like not a fan. And it's like you can't be mad at them because it was just like an opinion, like a very
You can't
like,
be mad at them, but at the same
Just
time,
super-
like,
It was disrespectful.
yeah,
Just
don't
keep it
you
to
know
yourself.
right from wrong? Like the stuff that comes out of some people's mouths, I'm like, I understand if they're shocked, like initially, like if they didn't expect to see anybody and they were like, oh my God, and that's the truth just comes out.
Yeah.
I kind of get that, but like, don't you know as a human being, like, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all.
And it was probably that girl probably felt it was her one chance to say it. She will never see these guys again.
Yeah,
It
but
was
Because
just
we
a
were
badass
in the
moment for
city
her.
where I don't think they see a lot of people, so they were just like, oh my God, I
No,
gotta
I
say how
think-
I feel right
but
now.
still, like, as a human
I
being,
think people
that's
just
so
don't
weird.
have
I know,
like
I know.
that fucking
She
like
was
the switch of like what to say, what not to say.
As I'm saying, fuck this guy for saying you have mom hair, but I'm like with these girls. I'm just saying,
Because men are trash and we respect the females. That's why.
men are basura. Fucking.
Speak your truth, unless it's hurtful, and fuck you.
Yeah.
But like,
The way they said it, they weren't being
weren't being mean.
disrespectful.
No.
It was like
They wanted you to
not a
remember
fan.
It,
Just
it-
not a
That
it
is
was,
so
it was
weird.
kind of
Fuck.
badass the way it came off because they were
Yeah.
like,
Scott goes, it was kind of hot.
no, but like they just didn't give a shit. They weren't trying to be mean. They were just like, oh yeah, you guys, I know you guys. I just want to let you know though, like we're not fans.
Maybe they meant.
oh,
you.
they didn't
Maybe
want
they
to come
meant
off as like,
yeah, they were trying to be
fangirls
cool.
or whoever.
Yeah.
You're just
We're
playing.
not
a-
fans. We're just like, you
Look
know
at
what I
us
mean?
making us feel better about ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
They
Play
weren't.
it
They
down,
weren't
play
saying
it
like,
down.
"Ooh, I'm not a fan of you
What's-
guys." They were
what's the-
saying like, "We're not fans. We're cool. I promise. We're normal."
Oh,
Scott,
Bubba.
they walked by. Scott was just like, "That was hot." Grabs them. Hey,
Hey.
No.
No.
But it reminds me of that fucking Eminem song. He's like, you're just plain old Marshall to me.
Yes, that's
know what I'm
what
talking
they
about?
were trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a superstar, but like you're not
But
a
we're
superstar
but
to
we're
me.
cool.
They were
Yeah.
still-
And then,
We're gonna keep it
and then
cool.
Scott was like, "Ooh yeah, girl, run that game."
He knows the lyrics.
It
Yeah.
also reminds me of the comments that we get back at home, like when we see like old friends, and they're just like, "You guys aren't funny, though," and we're just like,
Stop.
Oh, you guys want to talk about how many people from like
Yeah,
high
what's it
school
like? 'Cause
have
you're, like,
unfollowed us because they're like,
Scott's from pretty close to here, Huntington. So yeah, what is it like being like still close, but also having that same like
it's
internet celebrity?
if I like go
type feel?
back in like to Huntington, like I've been like a few years ago and stuff like that, like there is a lot of people that like I used to like interact with, and they followed me on Instagram. I followed them, and like they unfollowed. And the logic behind it is like, oh, he gets a lot of likes on his photos, and like,
I don't need to help.
I don't need to like his photos anymore, and I don't really like, you know, I just don't care. I'm gonna unfollow, like whatever. Like,
Heath.
it's like it's almost a little bit of like a salty situation.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
but it's
bitter. That's like,
like this kid was a loser in high school.
I don't.
yeah.
I honestly, there's times where I don't think it's bitter because my best friend Ella, one day we were talking about it, and because I see everybody that I follow who likes the pictures, and there was a time where I felt like Ella, like it's so weird. I hate even talking about this, but Ella wasn't liking pictures, and I made a joke. About it,
Right.
and she was like, "Oh, I just feel like you won't see mine, so I just don't do it." But she said it in the most truest way possible. It's just like, I don't do it because I just feel like you won't see mine. But you have to understand from their point of view. They go and they see thousands of people liking it. So when they're just that one person, they probably don't feel like they see it
It's so interesting because like
because they don't
what's-
know what your notifications are like.
Yeah, I have mine set so it's like friends, people that I
Yeah.
follow, like I get notified, and when I check my likes, I'm like, which one of my like friends likes this post, and that's how I like really judge. And I appreciate like I appreciate I appreciate like every like or whatever, but like I look at the people that I follow and see like, did Zane like my post? Because like these are my closest friends, and like that's an important like to me.
Right,
I'm
right.
like, if they don't like it, then I know that like it's not a good post. You know?
You know what's really funny? As I've been falling off, I've noticed more of like people back home liking my pictures than like our internet friends.
Maybe because they see you'll see it because
They
the
see
numbers
drop,
are
they're
so
like,
low.
Oh shit, we got to get his
He's
engagement
like,
up.
he's just
Like,
like,
he
us.
is, baby. He is dropping. Let's keep him in the
I thought you
game.
were saying like, oh, he needs mine.
when you guys fucking hated me and I was dancing around in my underwear and like really showing off, like I would like smile and all. My
Oh yeah,
things
we
and
hated
be,
that.
like,
Hated that.
Hated.
You would have
fucking
crushed on TikTok.
fucking. But I think about that so much more now when I post things. I'm on like I do things that is like for my audience. I'm like, I know that like the people that follow me are gonna really enjoy this. But then I also now I'm more thinking like, but what are my friends gonna think about this too? Like my like close friends,
always
like
think
are they
that.
gonna think I'm a total like loser because of this post? Like, am I showing off some stupid shit that like nobody cares about except for like I don't know how to position
Now,
that
Yeah.
now
phrase,
the
but,
way
like, you
now
know what
I,
I mean?
I see my post as not as friends from back home. I see it now as friends that are here right now because friends from back home, I now it's not even friends from back home anymore. It's just they're not there because I haven't talked to them in more than
when
6
we
years.
call home, it's still. So what are you doing now that Vine died?
And literally, that's the
Every time.
most asked question that Heath and I get still when we go back home. What are you guys doing since Vine is done? They have no idea what we're doing right now, which is
But
pretty
it's
crazy.
kind of cool.
But Vine hit that demographic like I feel like TikTok is. TikTok hit the same demographic that Vine
Right.
hit in Florida.
And also
where they're just-
that's when we jumped on and everyone was kind of into it for a little bit. Like it was like, all right, Vine, we jumped on it and everybody in our like realm like knew about it as well.
Yeah.
They're following it. Now that we've like branched off into YouTube and stuff like this, it's so saturated, so many people are doing it. It's like you're not gonna pop up on everyone's timeline anymore.
Yeah.
You're gonna pop up on your like the people who really want to watch
Right.
your
Exactly.
timeline.
We want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor for this episode, Kramoda Coffee. They have the best coffee we have literally ever tried. They've got a house blend in the K-Cup. They've got cinnamon French toast, Tahitian vanilla. They also have a bagged coffee that is our house blend as well.
This sponsor is actually very important to us because we're not even being paid for this. This is just something that we really enjoy.
We're
to
just really
drink.
passionate about the product.
Literally every morning we wake up and we just put that K-pop.
We play some K-pop, throw in the
We
K-Cup.
just throw that K-pop. We throw that K-pop right in that fucking Keurig and we
Yup.
just bust out that coffee. And you know what? It just hits us every time. And I'm sure it's hit y'all too.
That's right.
We are still on pre-order. And I think it says out of stock right now, but baby, we are still catching up.
We are trying again, guys. We did not anticipate so many people trying to buy our coffee. We sell ourselves really short, so thank you to everybody who has purchased it. And we are restocking, and we will have so much now that we know. And it will be available within the next few days to buy again.
Stay tuned.
Thank you, Kramoda Coffee. We love you so much.
So where were we?
Should we just play a game of Scrabble?
Yes. I'm in.
I'm into.
Scrabble.
Me and Mariah are actually very good at
I
Scrabble.
love Scrabble.
We don't know a lot of big words, but man, we sure get to the first place. Finish.
But then Mariah will add a cull to that.
I'll add EDs, INGs, and S's to other people's long words. Play the game.
Like the word would be
Work smarter, not harder.
the word would be sumptuous, and we put S in front of it. Scrumptious. Oh, that's SS.
That was great, Zane.
Scrumptious.
Scrumptious.
No, she'll
yeah.
do that shit though. Like you'll put a word down, she doesn't have anything. She'll put two more and then hit the triple fucking point,
Yeah.
and then just take
That's
your
my
shit.
bitch.
Like the other day, Heath and I played, and one of us had the word limps on it. It was probably me with the S at the end. And Heath couldn't find a spot. I was like, "You got a B." So we can
Blimps.
make blimps. It's so fun.
Hey,
I
it'd be like
love
that.
Scrabble.
Baby, it's those triple squares that really get you.
Mm-hmm.
So was that actually a thing? Are we gonna play Scrabble right now?
No.
In my dreams.
I just saw it under the table, so I thought I'd bring it up. Because I used to be really good at words with friends. I used to play with my friends, and I'd fucking win every time. But my words were ice, tent, end, is,
If you got it, flaunt it. Height your ice and
B.
10.
B.
He puts another E at the end. B.
65 points.
Yeah, that shit is so funny, dude. Oh man.
Oh,
Let me get
man.
there. They should make a poker for words with friends, Scrabble, and we'd fucking win.
For most of the episodes, Scott, your sleeve was lined up with your tattoo perfectly. and I was watching it inch further, and I was like, please, no. And now it's not in line with it. Like, it was to the line.
Like, right.
Mariah,
Yes, and it was wrapped around it perfectly.
Mariah, I have an ADHD appointment. Do you want to join
Oh
me
my
on that?
gosh. Then I started thinking about, like, how far, like, would I naturally put my sleeve there? Did you do it on purpose? But that's where it naturally goes.
I think that's
People-
more of an
people in the
OCD
comments,
thing than an ADHD.
Why is
thing.
Mariah been so
you got the
quiet?
tattoo to remind yourself where it
makes
goes.
sense.
That's what
Wait, what?
I said, people in the comments, why has Mariah been so quiet? Oh, makes sense.
She's been looking us at the fucking tattoo line.
Just pull it down a little bit.
That is so satisfying. That sleeve is right there on that tattoo. Wait, no, it's not anymore. I'm very upset.
It's so funny that people actually like live comment. Like they'll comment as soon as something, like they don't wait for the episode to
Yeah.
finish, and then they'll respond to themselves like, "Never
Sorry,
mind, just
spoke too
finished."
soon.
Yeah, like just
Oh,
delete
really?
it. Yes.
But you know why? When I watch YouTube videos, I scroll to the comments as I'm watching. So you could, like, I've never tried, but like, I feel like you could just comment as you're like, it makes
And
sense.
that's on everybody taking other people's words and fucking believe it. Like, it's just like, what do these other people think? I'm gonna agree.
You
I'm
know-
not gonna make my own fucking mind up. I'm just gonna believe what everybody's saying.
You
Have
know
you
what I
ever-
feel like people do too? They like, as when someone says something really funny, they say it. They quote it
Right,
as
right. Yeah,
because
yeah.
if they're the first ones to watch it, they'll quote it and they're like, I got it up there. I want to be that top.
I
guy."
thought
Somebody
that was
really
so
said-
funny. Like the whole like the top comment on like TikToks and YouTube videos will literally be a quote from the video, and it's just like,
You're
yes,
literally-
that was
yeah.
in the video. Yes.
Let me give you a two.
I wanna-
Sometimes it's spelled really funny, like exactly how they're saying it in the video, which makes it funny, or like the emojis.
Right.
Oh, that's what makes like
Let me give
TikTok
you a-
videos funnier too.
Yes, it makes
When
it so funny.
The closed captioning when it like it's spelled out the way that it sounds in the video.
Yes.
They're like,
Let me give
what-
you a tour.
Tua. So it's like
Yeah.
TWOOOWAAA.
Accent.
They should have a VidCon for commenters. Like, the commenters need their own time. Because these commenters are funnier than the fucking TikToks.
So funny.
They need to all meet up and make their own shit. I don't know if they can make videos, but they should just make their own comments through some sort of fucking. Just keep it going.
That is such a big thing about like I can watch a TikTok and like not think anything of it, but I'm like, I wonder what people are saying about this, and look at the top 3, and I'm like,
Ran
So
to the
funny.
comments.
It makes it so much better.
When I tell you I ran to the comments.
Real quick, while we were just talking about your tattoos, I wanted to say something because you have a really interesting set of tattoos.
I pride
A
myself
set?
on it.
Yeah, it's just kind of like they all have a meaning. Like your sleeve is destruction to creation,
Yeah.
and your chest is apatheism, and you have a bunch of different like religions.
It's very contradictory tattoo. I have a bunch of different
Yeah.
religions, and my apatheism tattoo is like I don't really care about religion.
Right.
But I assigned my own meaning. I was like, I don't care to choose a religion, but I respect other people's. So here's a bunch of people's different religions on my chest.
Right.
Very. That's cool.
Which is really
You
cool.
came up with
Respect.
wokeism.
Yeah.
Maybe you started that shit.
Wokeism.
But I'll never forget, we were sitting in the hot tub one day and I felt so fucking bad, dude. I saw it. I didn't want to say anything because like nobody likes getting their tattoos picked apart. Like
Oh, of
I've got,
course not,
I've
yeah.
got shitty fucking tattoos. My shit looks fucking horrible.
Like a
Know where you're
doodle
going with
pad.
this one. Yeah.
And I remember looking over at Scott's chest and I was fascinated. I was like, wow, he's got Anubis, he's got Buddha, he's got all these different like gods across his chest. And I looked, and Anubis on his chest has 2 right hands.
They're like both the thumbs on the same side.
They're literally
No.
like this. And I was staring. I was like, fuck. And I was like, I had to say it, but I felt bad saying it because I knew it was something he'd never noticed before. And I was just like, oh, fuck. But I had to. And I was like, Scott, does you ever notice your chest tattoo? Like, your dude has 2 right hands.
Yeah, dog.
He's
And
like, what are you talking about?
Oh shit! That's at that moment you want to just take back what you said.
Yo, but I was fine. I like couldn't fucking help myself.
I had no idea, and honestly, I want to let you know, same energy as mom hair kid. He was like, "You have
Same
mom hair."
energy.
He noticed it. He had to let me know.
He had
That
to
was
fucking
it.
say
You went home that night wishing you fucking decked Heath right in the face. You fucking deserved it.
No, I had never noticed it before, and I had that tattoo for years on my chest. And he was the one to be like, "Yo, you got 2 right hands on that guy."
You think that guy finished and he was
Well,
just like,
maybe he's always right.
Okay.
Yeah.
very good.
Not my best.
Take the Scrabble board out.
Probably gonna cut that one.
Take the Scrabble board out. Go
I'm
for
just.
it.
It cuts to me. I'm just playing by myself.
Why is that God more right than anybody else?
Because he got 2 right hands.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgot about that till now.
I'm
so.
surprised.
I want to see it.
I'm surprised you. How'd you notice that? Like, how'd you notice that?
I mean, I don't really do this very often, so like I wouldn't notice. But
I don't know
Heath,
what
my,
it was.
my search history: Scotty Sire shirtless.
Sorry about that.
it's okay. I totally get it.
You know what I could see you doing if this whole thing doesn't work out?
Voiceover work.
Mariah, you could tell us the same thing.
No, this is like Scott's thing though. I can see you making like jingles for commercials and stuff.
That'd be cool.
Like you would be so good at that. I was thinking of like the Full House episode. Did anyone watch Full House?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's
sorry.
a Full House episode where Joey and Uncle Jesse were coming up with a jingle for a cat commercial. Do you remember that one at all? And that's exactly what I can see him doing.
How do I look up the music that's on my phone?
Did you make a jingle for a commercial?
Dyson is the name of my vacuum, yeah. Dyson always helps me clean my room, yeah. Listen here, Jason, you should clean yours, dude, because it's cordless and it only takes a minute or 2. Dog hair on the floor, clean it up quick. Got my vacuum motor mounted on an orange stick. It's portable, affordable, and easy to use, man. If Chicky can do it, then so can us dudes, yeah.
If Cheeky can
Yes,
do it, and so can us too.
exactly. That's
Very
for a Dyson.
That was a Dyson. It was like this really portable orange stick vacuum. Pretty expensive.
Ooh,
But it
do you
was
like it?
Was it good?
Portable, affordable, and
That's-
easy to use.
Wow, that's exactly wow. I did that. Wow, that's really cool.
I can't
that's
believe you
exactly,
put that in his head so fast where he was
I can't
able to
believe
make
he
a
came up
Dyson
with it just
commercial.
now.
He did that in the
That
bathroom
was
break.
crazy.
Yeah,
Was it actually
It just came to his mind. He's just sitting there.
now 2 years later? Was it actually a good vacuum?
Oh, it was a great vacuum.
I'm looking for a new vacuum.
I loved how simple it was
Oh,
to use. This is not an ad read. Let's just move on.
Dyson,
But like
your vacuums are good.
Dyson
To
does have
die
great
for.
vacuums.
Cut that. Not my best.
But I've always
Mariah,
wanted
we
to
should
do
a
that or like voice
compilation of
acting.
just cut that. Just cut that. Cut that. Cut that.
Cut,
Just,
cut.
all right,
This
guys, cut.
vacuum
Mariah.
sucks the most.
Suck it. Suck it. Suck
What?
it.
That is actually
The Office, when he made the vacuum that cleans up toys. Suck it. Suck it.
It was the old like CEO of the company, and he got like fired,
Yes,
and he
thank you,
invented
the
something
old
else,
CEO,
and he
yes.
had his kid like playing with it, and it was
The kid was on the drums. Suck it. Suck it.
Fuck. I watched every episode like 3 times. How do I not remember that scene?
Oh my
I got
gosh.
nothing.
Anyway,
You want to wrap us out of this?
yeah. Thank you for having me on your podcast. It didn't go by too slow. It went by so
too
fast.
fast.
Very good, Scott.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's close this shit out.
Oh.
Where are you going?
Nightingale.
Nightingale.
I drink on here like I'm pre-gaming for something.
Yeah,
like,
that-
hey guys, let's wrap
exactly.
this up. I got shit to
You
do, but
got
I got
places to
nothing to
be.
do.
I'm pre-gaming every
Nothing
night
to
for
do.
bed.
Oh,
got
that
nothing to
sounds
do.
so nice.
Okay, well, guys, we're at the end of our show. Make sure to buy Scott's ICBD product.
And his Dyson vacuum.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it, and I really do
Anytime.
enjoy your coffee as well. By the way,
Thank
you. What's your favorite?
Tahitian vanilla, 100%.
Wow, that's a
That
good
is my
answer.
favorite.
I have found that the Tahitian is best over ice. That's my favorite. Like,
Really?
Oh, I
ice.
like it over
Hold
ice
on,
too.
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Wait,
never-
did you just watch Carly's video today?
No, she likes it over
She
ice.
said that?
She was like, she took the Tahitian vanilla. And she's like, I feel like I need to have this over ice today.
Oh, it's so good.
It's-
That's so weird.
Cinnamon French toast, like hot, like nighttime is like a good, like,
yes.
kind of like sweet little treat.
I haven't had any of these over iced yet.
Neither have
Dude,
I.
Only hot.
Tahitian,
So
you
good.
could pour it, like brew it in the K-cup over ice, and it's
Oh
to
my God.
die for.
I'm literally-
as
Die
Mariah
for.
would
I will
say.
do that when I
forget
get
it,
home.
forget it.
I'm having a little iced coffee when I get home.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You can catch the audio version every single Monday on Spotify, Apple, or any other sort of listening streaming app.
Those
And
poor other listening apps.
I know, right?
You guys stop at Apple every time.
I've heard
Spotify,
people-
Apple, 5,
I've heard people
and
be
the
like,
rest.
I heard your podcast on Pandora. I'm like, bitch, how?
Pandora, how the fuck?
Oh.
iHeartRadio. A lot of people listen on iHeartRadio.
It just
Yeah.
comes on shuffle on Pandora. They're listening to Joe
crazy.
Rogan, and you guys pop up. It's like,
They
Ooh,
skip.
hey, that's a good station to be on. Hey, we're not fucking complaining.
And the video comes out every single Tuesday on youtube.com/Zane and Heath.
Scott, thank you so much for being on this episode. We
Thank
love you.
you.
We love you so much.
we love you too.
We hope we can
We.
have you back.
Me, myself, and I, the three of us.
All right. Well, you want to play Scrabble?
Yeah.
All right. Let's end this.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
All right, guys, we love you.